What's up, Chris? So, Dr. Talar and I have noticed while in Fuvahmulah in the Maldives, and just being on our dives, walking along beach, and even going to local restaurants and being around people that they've done a really good job here of reducing the amount of single-use plastic waste, especially that they use here. And that translates into not seeing a lot of it in the water on the beaches. So, for example, you can look around here. They do a pretty good job. You'll see some things here and there, but in general, we go out to lunch. We go to a restaurant. We can't even get takeout containers that have plastic. Every straw is paper. They don't generate a lot of waste here, especially because it's a small island. Much different than you see in other parts of the world that we visited, say like Indonesia, where plastic is everywhere. Not to say Indonesia's not doing it right, but these small islands don't always have the infrastructure to take care of the waste that a lot of tourists come in and actually generate. And so that's a problem in most of the world. And I think striking us was that we're used to seeing that sort of thing, and we fight it. The research that we do, even at Ocean First Institute, and a lot of others are doing, is looking at, the macroplastic, the stuff that we visit. We see that people see it; it's an eyesore, and the destruction that causes to the ecosystems, to wildlife, when the plastic breaks down inevitably into these little pieces called microplastics. Well, we look at that in our research. We take the big stuff and we go and say, what is this made of? What are the polymers? Is it polypropylene, polyethylene? And then we go and we look at the stuff that you can't see by the naked eye, the microplastics, and under a fancy microscope, and we say, oh, this is also made up maybe of those same materials. And we try to really understand that from a scientific point of view. How is it harming the ecosystem? But we also want to understand this in a way that we can then relate this back to policy and be like, let's get rid of this and then not have these same problems that we're seeing. And so when we're walking around the Maldives in a small island community that doesn't have the same big government that we have, the same population, and they're actually doing a good job here, we could use this as an example for the rest of the world.